Good.
You ready, Jason? Thank you.
Let's give an update on a few players. Will Jordan is available for selection. Sam Whitelock's progressing well, and Fletcher Newell's got a broken hand. He did that in the wrestling drill last week, so he's not available for a couple of 3 weeks.
Have you called in anyone to cover Fletcher?
No, because Tavita was with us. Yeah, he's progressing well, yeah. Yeah, he's progressing well.
Mark Talia and Lester Whanganui?
Mark, yes, sorry. Lester 50-50.
Will Jordan was precautionary, wasn't it?
Yep.
So no further issues with any migraines?
No.
Gutting set for a guy like Fletcher, who's had to do it a tough all year with that injury, to have another setback.
Yeah, it's niggly for him, but he'll go through what's required, and he came over obviously with Argentina, did it over there, so he's a diligent man and he'll get himself right, I'm sure.
How much are you relishing a challenge against the Springboks this week?
Yeah, looking forward to it. Great tradition, isn't it? The All Blacks versus South Africa, especially here in New Zealand. We only got 2 tests at home this year, so it's important for us to treat them with a lot of respect as we do. There's a lot of pride between the 2 countries, and really looking forward to it.
It was obviously your first assignment when you came in last year. It was the Box. How have you seen this group progress in that time, now that you've faced them back here at home?
Our group or theirs?
Sorry, your group, the All Blacks.
Yeah, we've been, we're chipping away. We've still got a lot of work to do, but I think we made some progress in the weekend with that test match against Argentina. Tough team, tough place to play, pretty hostile crowd, so it was good to put some things in place that we've been working on in the last couple of weeks.
Jason, were you surprised by how many points the Box managed to put on New Orleans?
I think they just kept building pressure, didn't they? And they went to their sort of key part of their game, which is their scrum and their maul. So yeah, and then the game sort of ran away really. But yeah, they're top team in the world, aren't they? So you wouldn't expect anything less, I guess.
What did you get a chance to analyse that game?
Yeah. Yep.
What did you make of the Box after what you saw of them last year?
Yeah, I think they're obviously pretty clear on their identity as a team of who they are around their forwards, but also I thought they used the ball really well, bit of space and got to some edges and trying a few different things. So, and they're a good defensive side. They've got a lot of passion, especially at home. So, yeah, a few things we saw that are a little bit different, but as I said before, Springboks, All Blacks, it's a pretty special one to be a part of.
Do you expect that style to change much with the 13 guys that are likely to come in and start over here?
I think they've probably obviously done that for a reason with sending those guys over here. I think they'll bring a bit of an edge with them coming over earlier. So yeah, we've got to be right on. But we're really happy that we took our whole squad over, because we were able to connect and put some things in place and train as a team.
Just in terms of this, I guess the style you mentioned, they use the ball a bit more against the Wallabies, but with those guys, traditional starters, do you expect them to revert more to their more traditional strengths? Yeah,
I'm not sure. I think they're pretty clear on their DNA, the Box, and you got to respect and admire them for it. They've got a pretty clear strategy and put the ball in the air and be a hell of a contest.
I know it's not necessarily your area of expertise, but with Mark Talia and Will Jordan, there's some serious headaches in the back 3 this week. How do you go about juggling that? Yeah,
I think so. I think you're right. Look, they've both been playing some great rugby, Super Rugby, and obviously it's their chance to, they're selectable for this team this week. And I think also what we saw in Argentina is a few other guys stood up as well, right across the park, and that's exactly what we wanted, to build some depth and build some confidence for anyone that gets their opportunity in the black jersey, and no one get comfortable and realise that we're building some good depth and selections.
Obviously the Box, big occasion, confrontational forward pack. Does that make you reticent at all to use guys who haven't faced them before? Guys like Tamati Williams and some Penny Finau. What's your sort of broad thinking around those guys? Yeah,
look, we picked both those guys for a reason, to give them an opportunity at some stage potentially. And it's 4 tests, so as I said before, we're brave, and we gave Lordy a crack in the weekend. How good to go! So we've got some good competition, and that's exactly what we want. So you know, look, there's test experience as well, and yeah, we're well aware of that.
Jason, you mentioned Josh Lord and the performance there, but the performance of the forwards itself was pretty pleasing, at least from back here anyway. Is that group where you want it to be at this stage of the season?
No.
Explain.
No, we've got to get a lot better in our carry and clean still. I thought our scrum stood up, and you know, we did have some good top quality ball, but you know, it's a different sort of game over there. Sun at your backs, 4 o'clock kickoff, Mount Smart Stadium, probably, you know, a little bit wet potentially, dewy, cold night. She's going to be a title fight, so it's a lot different contest this week than last week. So satisfied? Nah, not really. We keep building, but really proud of the step we made.
Jason, have you seen Scott Barrett?
Whoa, that was like 3 at once.
Jason, have you seen Scott Barrett playing any better than he is at the moment? His consistency and just the impact he's making. You're obviously a guy you know very well.
I think Scooter's in some great form, and I think that he's going to be a great All Black. He takes a lot of immense pride in his body and puts a lot into his mental resilience. He called the line out for us in the weekend, did it outstanding with the relationship with Damo at 10, and there's a lot of areas to his game and that side of it, strategic-wise, that are probably getting unnoticed, as well as his physicality is just, yeah, he's in great shape, and he'll only get better.
Jason, can we get your reaction to the fact that there were spectators running all over the field after the Argentina game? Was security good enough?
No, I mean, it's, you know, what's it going to take, you know, to stop people running on the field? Like, honestly, it's a shambles. It has been in Super Rugby too. Someone's going to get hurt, and until they make the consequence a little bit harder, we're just going to keep having these conversations. But to answer your question, I got no time for it. The players have got no time for it, and it needs to stop.
Supportive of Sam K.
Oh yeah, look, it does. Look, you know, security guys need to do their job. They're not there to watch the game. They're there to watch the crowd.
You mentioned a title fight before. That's pretty much All Black Springboks. You must be licking your chops and facing that at home.
Oh look, yeah, it's a test match that we hear so much about, with the legacy of the All Blacks and the guys that have played a large number of test matches, that it's a bit of a marker. And I think, respectfully, I think the Boks think the same about the All Blacks. So that's exciting, isn't it? So, you know, it is. It's going to be a pretty special test match, this one.
Are they challenging?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, it probably is. You know, guys used to love touring over there to Africa and vice versa. So, yeah, we don't get many against them now, and get to test ourselves against big forward packs, which is what it's going to be at the end of the year with, you know, them and France and that sort of thing. So, I think this is come at a good time for us, actually.
Is it important that Sunday's performance, last week's performance, becomes a benchmark for this team, or do you want the benchmark to be higher than that?
The benchmark should come every time the boys put the jersey on, and I think that where we're challenging this group at the moment is around that, being better every day at trainings and being really honest conversations. You know, any coach can be hard on a Monday. Like we had a real ruthless review today. We need to, because we can't sugarcoat anything and where we've got to be, and we look at our discipline, and that, you know, the second 40 wasn't good enough. So we've talked around that, and you know, we've got to keep raising the bar on both ends of it every week as All Blacks.
Thanks,
Cool. Thanks, guys. Cheers.